Well, hello everybody, and we are back. Today we're running back the same little white weenie deck from yesterday. It's the Sam Black Andy Beckstrom deck from Grand Prix Memphis. I thought it was pretty fun yesterday. I don't know how strong it is, but I really enjoyed playing it, so I figured it was worth trying to run again. Hoping to win a couple of dice rolls today. We did rather well with it yesterday, even without winning dice rolls. They scried on bottom, and this red deck wins. I feel like this is probably an overall good match. Well, I want to rephrase. Just because we see a mountain doesn't mean it's red deck wins. It's just my always assumption. Oh, that's a nice one. So we know we're attacking. That's the easiest part. The servo's better versus both Crasher and additional Kenras, but the other thing attacks better, so I'm not actually sure which one of these is the better play. Probably sideboard in some Thopter Arrests and some Harvesters in this match. Alright. Okay. So we are here to play today. Pretty sure I'm just going to bash with what's on table. If he wants to block, he can block. We're not going to worry about that. We're also not going to worry about him using a Filter Rune on the Sparing Vantage or anything. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got about 1 million. It's probably worth this. Gonna cut her, or not. We're gonna be pretty sad if he has a Moment of Craving, but I wouldn't expect Moment of Craving in the main deck of anything that has an Earthshaker Kenra. I would pay 4 life to keep this alive here. So another Kenra. Can make this not block, but we still can block with this thing over here. Let's just start off by doing the damage. If we go down to 10 and say we attack with everything, we're attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we win even for a removal spell? But that math's not right at all, right? So say he kills one of these, this thing would be dealing 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, I think I'll just take it then. It'll also leave us with 2 blockers for additional turns. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this alone gives us a send. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that alone gives us a send. And he can probably only play 1 removal spell. I think I just punted, didn't I? No, no, we're fine. Because we'll get the +1s and then we'll get the +2 off the second one. Oh. Well, he could just not have anything then. That makes things super simple if he just doesn't have anything. We're just like casually attacking for 1,000,000 when he doesn't have anything. So Hazoret, Rekindling Phoenix, Glorybringer, and then this card's just good. Almost want Gideon's here, but I don't think you can really over sideboard with a deck like this. Actually, I would keep a Dantos if we had Squeeze Devotion or whatever it's called, but since we don't, I'm pretty sure I want to get rid of it. And I think Pride's just a better card than Trial in general because of the surprise effect. I'm pretty happy with this. I think we're really good at blocking, and they're like not. It's kind of a weakish hand, but it's definitely a keep. If something has to die on turn 1, what is better to die? It's like there's a good chance whatever he plays gets magma sprayed. I still think we just play the higher upside one. He may not have a magma spray or a shock, so. Well, didn't want to draw double land when we kept this opening hand, but. If he doesn't have a removal spell, it's going to look pretty decent for us. If he does have a removal spell, we're going to be pretty sad. Probably should have played the Spires as well instead of this Plains. It's not likely to be relevant, but. Not having additional creatures kind of sad here, but that's okay. Maybe we'll get whatever we need. That's a pretty good one. Thinking about just taking this 5. We'll give him a chance to like waste a burn spell or something on it though. Oh, alright, well I'm just gonna take it then. So Rekindling Phoenix, and he's at 14 now. So we're going to play this. We're going to play this. Target the Rekindling Phoenix. That gives us City's Blessing. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this now. And it's mainly to gain our 6 life, but it also puts him at 1 life, so he's got to like block 3 things on the following turn. It's pretty hard for him to block 3 things considering he's not showed us a removal spell yet, and he's certainly not going to be attacking us if he's stopping 3 things. Like maybe a Danto can like do its work. There's an argument that he could have used this here and then played this. Hey JJ, what's up, man? Alright, well he can't block all the things. This can't block, so we win. And that's just icing on the cake, and even if we didn't win, we like certainly do now. But like he couldn't block the flyer, except for this card. But this thing right here in general just can't block. Hey Gonzo, hey JJ, how are you guys doing tonight? Let's just see JJ's creation. By the way, how do you like that they changed this to where I can put the cumulative up now for you, which is really sweet. Pretty happy that they changed that. Alright, what do we got here? Ooh! Fleet Wheel Cruiser. Unknown Shores? Unknown Shores is odd. It's just the full red-black control list. Just go ahead and favorite that. Alright, we're definitely keeping this hand. Can't imagine many hands that I want double pride in my opener. That deck looks pretty sweet, Jay. Fleet Wheel Cruiser's an underrated card, I think. Definitely think Fleet Wheel Cruiser's a bit underrated. Hey, Luco, what's up, man? Not saw you in chat in a while. I think I value my 2-1 more than I value his 2-1, so. JK, I was just joking. I did not value it more. Am I really trying to block? That sounds terrible. Alright, still trying to attack then. I'm pretty sure their deck's just a faster version of our deck. And he had triple 1-drop on turn 3, which is really strong. And we bricked off with land. It's going to be hard to win this one, especially if this hand is anything reasonable. He's still at 15, because this little thing's annoying. This little thing's about to get the crap blocked out of it. Pretty sure I'll trade these for those pretty easily and just keep trying to race. Well, that's disappointing. That makes racing a lot more difficult. And he's got a bone picker to go on top of it. Yeah, we are just dead, ain't we? Maybe I wasn't supposed to block last turn? I would have been at 7 and he'd have been able to hardcast this, but then I would have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'd be getting the 10th permanent next turn to play both of these. Now, I would have to block this turn, so this thing doesn't have first strike or anything, so I think I still just attack. We're in pretty bad shape here. We're taking a minimum of 6 damage and he's still going to have a 3-power flyer in the air. He's still at 12. I don't think our main deck has an out to this. I'm not sure our main deck has an out to this. Maybe if he takes enough damage off that. He did not take enough damage off that. Yeah, there's a good chance that I punted this game. Alright, so we're just dead. Nothing we can do. I feel like I potentially just played this game real wrong. I think that double block with the servos was probably just really bad of me. But we have learned. We will not do that again. Wonder if he can bring these in and just force him to attack these. Like, this prevents a lot of damage. I'm gonna try 2 on the play over these 2 cartouches. Doesn't feel right to me. Actually, it's probably better just to bring a couple of these in, right? Because they could have Everspear Harvesters, and they could have Everspear Harvesters, and they could have Harvesters or Hardikerans. I'll spit it out. Right, well, so we'll put that other card back in then. We're going to sideboard the same way we did versus Mono Red. Can't keep that hand. It's a no creature hand. Alright, well, we're not winning this game, but I don't think we can mulligan another draw. Just have to keep it, but it's not going to win this game. Sometimes decks just aren't active. I potentially punted game 1, and we're not probably not going to get to even play game 2. This is a bad sign. That's a 1-2, so I can't even attack unless I draw an artifact. Yeah. Sometimes you just don't get a functional hand. And it's fine. I guess if he wants to waste a spell on that, I'm fine with it. Since this thing's not going to do anything this game anyway. Ooh. That's what I refer to as a chance. A puncher's chance. Go speed harvester. He's not playing any spells, and he's going to his attack step, which means I'm probably going to kill one of these. And get fatal pushed or something. Hopefully it's not like Unnatural Stamina and Fatal Push. Hopefully it's just one or the other. Oh, well, he had 2 of those? That's disappointing. Still things have Death Touch, don't they? Yeah, those little things have Death Touch. Alright, well, I think we can still attack with this one. I would be happy to trade it for this. We're 1 card away from turning this on, so we may not block this turn. Well, we may not block with the Harvester. I'll rephrase. We're definitely blocking with the Snubhorn Sentry. He may just not be able to attack with anything but this, though. We're absolutely fine with that. So there's nothing we can draw other than Pride of Conquerors that doesn't turn this on. Assuming he doesn't have a removal spell or something, of course. Well, that was a good one. Alright, that was a good one too. Alright, well, we're going to attack with everything. Think we're attacking for more damage than him at this point? Like we're attacking for 10 and gaining 3 life, and he's attacking for 9 and not gaining the life. Well, that doesn't help. But I like attacking because we have the pride. Like our pride's the one way to potentially like run away with this game. Hitting another land on that Beaumont was exceptionally bad for us. So he's leaving the Bone Picker back. That's fine, I guess. I don't think we're going to 5-0, James. I think I punted game one and we're just not going to win this game, I don't think. Oh yeah, the Deadlands probably just sealed this game. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to be able to do. And we drew another land. It looks like we're playing defense then. And hoping to outdraw him in the lone game. But yeah, this game's pretty bad for us at this point. We can't block that. Actually, we could just throw the Sky March Asprey under it. Another Harvester. Well, that's an exciting draw. We're 1-0 Glorybringer. I believe we punted game one and we like mulliganed into a very bad draw for game two. So we're probably SOL this game. Who knows? Maybe we can draw like a Thopter Arrest into a Pride or something and get there. It's kind of does he have a Vraska's Contempt? Alright, well I guess I can do the only thing that I can do. If I block here, I'm technically taking 7. But I'm gaining 3 to 9. Well, I'm gaining 6 if he doesn't have a removal spell. If he got a removal spell, we're just SOL, though. If he's got a removal spell, we're just SOL, so I guess we block this one. Can't beat a removal spell with any block. Yep. Well, we're just dead. Can't beat a removal spell with any block, so we had to take the highest upside block. And it obviously didn't work out. Should have played this Plains pre-combat, but I've already conceded in my mind, so I'm probably about half paying attention now. Like, we don't have an out. Not a lot, boot. Just getting smashed. Kind of sucks that we punted game one. I kind of feel like this is a favorable match for us, but I don't know that to be true. It's obviously the first one of them I played. What was our opponent's record? It's kind of odd that he wouldn't attack with this. Why would you just not attack with this then? I guess I have to attack, or I guess I have to block these. Either way, I take 2 damage. And he just uses that and untap. Oh, okay, that works too. This is irrelevant. He could not move. He could not lose that game. Yeah, I definitely don't like how I played game one. My block was terrible. I wasn't thinking about supernatural stamina, but like I just shouldn't have blocked anyway. Like we wasn't winning that game without getting a send, I don't think. Or like some like sneaky Proud of Conquerors kill. Drawing a lot of lands for a 21 land deck. Yeah, definitely could have played game one better. Also could have blocked the 2-1 on an earlier turn this game, I think. I don't think it would have changed the outcome, but I definitely could have blocked the 3-2 earlier. Alright, this hand's good. This hand's very good. Now it's time to decide whether I want to get cards under a Beaumont or not. I guess so. A blessing and a curse. What are you into, Boot? Hope you're having a good day. Alright, so this is probably tokens, and that's probably very bad for us. At least pre-board. Maybe would be okay post-board. I don't actually know what I want my opponent to have here. Priest is bad for us, so is Hidden Stockpile. Slow days are good days. Yeah, that card was bad for us. There wasn't really a good card for us there, though. But that was a good draw. Nobody gonna say that wasn't a good draw. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. But that doesn't help. That doesn't help at all. Still think it's probably right to flip to Legion's Landing. We're just going to lose to Beaumont. I think it's still right to attack with it, though. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just hold back and attack with everything next turn. Yeah. Just hold back and attack with everything next turn. If we get a land, we can play the Pride of Conquerors and Trial of Solidarity next turn. If we don't get a land, yeah, well, we just got wrecked really hard. He literally had everything. He didn't play a stockpile on 2, and he didn't play a removal spell on 1. He literally had everything possible. That's absolutely mind-blowing to me. I don't know how he makes the game decisions he made and then has those cards still. Well, we need to draw a land bad now. We did not draw a land, so we're just wrecked. Oh, that's such a tilt. And we still probably win this game if we hit a land that turn. We probably do not win this game now. We just kind of lose now. We probably win this game if we hit a land this turn. Now we still need 2 more permanents before Pride of Conquerors is even online. I guess if we get a land next turn, we can do Pride of Conquerors next turn. So we need a land here. That's not a land either. Just nothing's ever a land for us. All we wanted was a land. I think we still have to attack here and throw away a Pride. Wow, if he's going to take that? What does he have if he's taking that? I don't know, whatever it is though, I think we still hold. If we'd hit a land, we could have been lethal that turn. Then he gets to gain like a bunch of life and have infinite blockers. This is a 5-0 list, yeah. He gets to gain like 1,000,000 life and have 1,000,000 blockers now. About as frustrating as it gets. It's just like, pretty sure we ran away with this game had we hit a land on either of those last 2 turns, or if he didn't like draw perfect into perfect. Because there's just very little chance he had either of those cards in his hand. That card doesn't really help at all at this point. He just has too many good blocks. Just has too many good blocks at this point. Like hell, he can take it and still be alive. He's even got this in play. Exactly 10 things. It's kind of an interesting... It's a weird mana to use for that. And it's kind of an interesting play when he already had this to flip it. He's got a settle or something, we just scoop to him and not care. Play the land pre-combat, just in case we need things. Removal spell kills us, and he didn't use this, so like he's probably got a settle to wreckage or whatever, but like we're not going to beat that card in this spot. We're too far behind to try to play around a settle. Just like happily concede if he has it. Hey Christian, what's up, man? Tree of Redemption was just spoiled as Mythic. Well, that's not great, but it could be worse. Still have 10. And they have a cast out. Wow. Alright, well, we're just dead. We have literal no out at this point. We have literally no out at this point. Unless there's like some ridiculous sequence where he makes a massive play mistake. But like I have actually no outs at this point. We like literally can't win. He's gonna gain 2 life a turn, and like he can build his board faster than we can. We couldn't demonic tutor and win from here. Feel like this match is supposedly pretty decent for me. I'm positive all these artifacts are good here. Like being able to fly has to be good in this match. Kind of feel like these are good too. Don't think any of these like pump spells are great because I feel like they can block real easy. And they have like sweepers and stuff. I don't know if I'd rather get rid of cartouches or like a couple of servos. Servos don't really do anything in this match at all, do they? But like in theory, this can fly. In theory, this can attack through things, and this can attack through things. Like servo's probably my worst creature. It's the only one that can't, in theory, present 3 power or like evasion of some kind. I mean, I guess the hand's fine. I'll keep it. I'm not actually sure if it's any good or not. That has to be attacking. It's kind of awkward. Gonna have to get a couple lands this game too. We are playing a 21 land deck. That card's really good. So hopefully this will at least get to deal a point of damage. We just don't want to see a Legion's Landing. Cool. That's a fun one to have. I guess I'll attack with this thing, or play this thing. It's the one thing that can attack for a priest next turn that I have. What did they say? I didn't even see the message. I have no idea what they just said. I did not see the message. Seem like spam. Alright, that's a stockpile. What else do they have? Of course, why would they not have an Evolving Wilds? A land wouldn't be a bad draw here. I can click links on my mobile. That's disappointing. I was really wanting a land this turn. But we'll take what we have. So I'm throwing away the vampire to flip our thing, but doesn't really seem that relevant. Having the thing, it's not going to do much. This thing also is just not going to do much. Weird. We'd had a pretty good chance, I think, had we droned the harvester that, or if we'd been able to deploy the harvester that turn. I think the game gets significantly harder for us now that we can't. This means they probably have a cast out if they're making an attack like this. Which means I have to take the point of damage. Guess it's not a cast out, it's just another priest and a sack. Yeah, we played it yesterday. I really like this deck. I think this deck's pretty darn good. I wanted to get some more games in with it. I'm kind of like testing decks for the MOCS this weekend. I'm a pretty big fan of this deck in general. That's kind of interesting. Alright. Crew this with this. Crew this with this. And battle. They have an anointed priest here, it's going to be pretty rough. Oh wow, does it say day one? My mistake. Good point. We did play this same 75 yesterday. I'll update that right now, thank you. Yeah, I'm fine killing both priests. Or attempting to kill both priests, I rephrase. I don't know who David Hogg is, so. So the opponent's playing actual nothing here? Well, they didn't have settle last turn. Do they all of a sudden have settle? I don't know if I buy that. I don't know if I buy them all of a sudden having settle. Also think if they all of a sudden do have settle, I'm in really bad shape. What's the best attack then if they potentially have settle? Most feel like it's just show me. It's the best attack if they just have cast out. The flyers are my only cards that really matter, right? Yeah, whatever. I don't think I can beat Settle. There is no Rivals of Pro Tour Standard, no. I think it's mainly just... I think it's because they're stupid, but I don't know. I can't really answer the question, but there's not going to be one. Like, this is better versus Cast Out, but much worse versus Settle. If I just attack with like... If I just attacked with like this and this, like Settle crushes it, or Cast Out crushes us so badly. Yeah, whatever. If they have Settle, I'm willing to die. Like, I don't want to just attack with two things and then get cast out. Like, I don't think that's a game we win. Well, they had Settle, so the game's over. Felt like I got slow road on that Settle. Like, that took him quite a while to play that Settle. There's definitely a higher likelihood he has Cast Out in his hand than Settle. Because they're going to play one or two Settles max in their deck, and they're probably going to have the full 4 Cast Outs. So, like, playing around Settle just seems actively bad. Alright, Red Rover, send us over Drowned Catacomb decks. It's kind of why we're playing this. Alright, I'll keep it. Hey, it's Alfredo. He typically plays aggro decks. He mulligan to 5. We have a pretty good hand if he's playing an aggro deck. I think his secret deck's just like mono red. It's like mono red told you so. Alright, so our opponent just didn't get to play Magic Game 1. Which is nice for us. Wouldn't mind to see a second land of some kind. So we know how to sideboard. Opponent got the type of draw we often get. Just as basic swamp, right? I'm gonna assume most basic swamp decks are somehow Scarab God decks. I'm just gonna bring those in blind. Sideboard these out almost every game. Well, I didn't know that was your thing. I was just like randomly guessing. Phoenix is a very strong card. We'll keep. He got to keep the full 7 this time. Ah, so some kind of red-black deck then. And if it counts, we sideboarded those almost correct. And by almost correct, I mean we probably should have took out all the Dontos and brought in the Harvesters as well. Another land's exactly what we don't want in a spot like this. Really just don't want him to have a removal spell. I wanted him to tap all of his mana here for like a non-Pia card. The Blocking Crasher. So I could offer him a trade with this to get this on. Or he can eat one of these for free. It's probably worth it, considering we have 2 of these. I think there's a good chance he just kills the servo as well. I think flipping to Danto when we can's worth it. I don't care about that card. Do care about him having a second one. Didn't care at all about him having 1, but I certainly care about him having 2. Right on time, drew another land. Brilliant. I think I still just attack, though. Maybe I'm not supposed to attack there? That wasn't very good for me. Alright, well, that changes things significantly, doesn't it? I have to block a whole lot of things now. Actually just can't block that many things. And still attack. Think I still have to attack though? Block like 3 things. Yeah, I think I still have to just attack. That shot crushed us. I think that deck is absolute trash, Geo. I don't think the white cards add anything to that deck, and I think the mana's terrible. So we're just dead, pretty much. We can kill this, and then we have to just like chump. We go to 1. Well, that's not true. Can block here. We take 5, but we gain 1. Don't know how we win doing this. Also, don't think we have an option other than to do this. Let me rephrase. I don't think it's that I think that deck's so bad. I think it's significantly worse than just red-green. If it wasn't for red-green, I think it would be fine. I don't think it has any matchups that it's just better than just red-green. So burn spell kills us, of course. Alright. So let's sideboard right now. Let's get these out of the deck. And let's get these in the deck. I thought Alfredo would be on an aggro deck. I don't really understand a Johnny either. Like, I don't think a Johnny's a particularly good card in general. And Ari said he sideboards it out in 16 out of his 19 matches. So, like, if it's not powerful enough that I'm going to want it in a lot of game 2s, I don't think I want it at all. I like the red-green build quite a lot. I think this hand's a pretty clear keep. If we don't draw another land, it's going to be a problem. And we pretty much have to draw it on curve. I don't know why, but this hand just feels weak in this match. Settle and Fumigate are really good too, but they're like really bad versus all the blue-black decks, and I feel like blue, black, and Grixis are the most played decks right now. Somebody used to say Alfredo was a notorious ghoster, but I don't really believe that. You opened the foil set, didn't you, Murph? I think you were the guy that snapped me a foil set. Foil set's pretty nice. Our hand's kind of plug and play, though. It's just play our Toolcraft, hope he doesn't have a removal, play a servo, then hope we draw a land, and hope he doesn't have an abrade. It's pretty much all we can do. We're probably not getting a sin this game. Don't have it. Of course. Why would you not have it? And we don't hit our land either. You ever just have a strong sensation that you're getting ghosted? Like for some reason I feel it in my bones right now. If we don't hit this land, things are going to go real bad or real fast. It's a lot faster than Mardu. Like, it's significantly faster than Mardu. This plays out more like a combo deck. I could see it being a worse green-white deck, but I don't think it's really comparable to Mardu. Did we get there? Of course we didn't get there, because why would we get there? Why would we get there? The story of the night. Draw about 1,000,000 lands when we don't need them, draw none when we do need them. Happy to trade this for his free drop if he wants. I don't think we can lose this game if we just draw 3 lands. I don't think we can win this game now that we didn't. Hey, sweet Matt, what's up? I'm pretty sure I have to double block here. If we don't block, we can beat one removal spell, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We can beat one removal spell if we don't block. We die to like land lightning strike shock or like land shock or land, lightning strike or something. Lightning strike shock. We beat one removal spell though. Is that our best chance to win this game? Because we just like double block this, we're absolutely never getting to Pride. Also, so imagine we block this and we block this and he just plays like a Phoenix that can block. Whatever, we can beat one removal spell. He's got two, we probably wasn't winning the game anyway. He's got two, we wasn't winning the game anyway. Imagine how good a Legion landing would have been this turn. If he's got two, we don't win. Fatal push as well? No fatal push. Alright. So we figured out what we could beat and we got lucky. Because there wasn't a lot I thought we could beat there. Well, that feels nice. Alright, so we're playing for the pity chest. We beat a strong player. I wonder if there was any way to play around Settle that one game. I don't think they were. I really want to keep this hand, but I don't think I can. Snubhorns just aren't good enough. I tried to think of something to put in place of Snubhorn, and there's not anything. Like, the best thing I could think of to put in over Snubhorn was Sacred Cat, and that just doesn't feel like it was very good. If we get paired versus a bunch of red decks, maybe it is. This is the third red deck we've got paired versus this league. Assuming he's just, an actual red deck and not a deck that's just leading on a mountain. He could still be like Grixis or something and just leading on this because he didn't draw the other correct lands. Who knows? I think it's okay to keep the Toolcraft on top, especially when we have the Servo in our hand. So he's a red-black deck too. Wonder what type of red-black deck he is. Wonder if he's like control or... Okay, so he's just the normal red deck. This is basically the normal red deck at this point. It's what they're all playing. We get the first attack, and we have a blocker, which is nice. Last night they had at least 2 Authorities main and an Effort Thief. I've been wanting to try Effort Thief. A lot of people keep suggesting it, and I've been like trying to avoid it, but I now think like the meta's to a point to where like I kind of just want to play it again. I wonder if he accidentally skipped his second main phase or if he really doesn't have a land. Kind of interesting. Sure. put 6 power on the table. Going about our day. Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, when I play Blue-White Approach, I struggle to have the 2 Field of Runes in my deck. Every time I watch anybody else plays it, they have, like, 3 Field of Runes and 2 Scavenging Grounds, or, like, a set of Effort Hubs, or, like, all this stuff that I think just makes the mana really, really bad. Like, I just have a different experience with the deck than other people do. I can't explain it. Alright, so he doesn't have anything again? Oh, wow. Well, these might have been the best 2 draws we could have gotten. Alright, we'll start with this. Kind of curious about whether I should play this or whether I should just make a token. I think playing this is better. We're going to have Dunes next turn. It's like a pretty reasonable attack this turn. We have a Lifelinker and a Vigilance guy next turn, plus Chef at Dunes. Maybe enough depending on what he plays. Deadland's good, but he needs another swamp for it to even happen. He went to his second main again. Okay, so he's definitely, I think, skipping through this because he went to his second end step again and then like tried to play a spell. All right, well, we'll sideboard the same way we've been sideboarding. I don't actually think Adonto's particularly good here. If we had like Squeeze Devotion or something, we would try to use Adontos, but other than that, I don't think they're real good. And I think Cartouche, because it puts another blocker out, is just better than like the aggressive thing. Alright, will we get our pity chest, friends, or won't we? We've got a really good hand, but we've only got 1 mana. I think we have to mulligan it. Even though we have basically every card we want, but it's pretty easy to have every card you want when, you know, you have infinite spells and no lands. Like all of your like 6 and 7 cards or 7 spell hands are going to look great. Yeah, so we mulliganed into a very bad hand. I think I would rather play this one, but yeah, no, I really like the deck. I guess I'm just going to play this one. It's the higher upside, but like I'm pretty sure the Toolcraft Exemplar will just die, so it's just probably kind of a waste. That's for sure. Oh well, he cycled something there. I think I'm just going to do this. The Harvester's good later, and this gives me a higher chance of flipping a Legion's Landing while putting 4 power on the board instead of 3. If our opponent was main phase cycling Cannon Sleuth, that could be decent for us. Assuming he doesn't have like Swelder or something. Something equally as great. What decks are you interested in? I think we're going to start with just an attack. Swing attacks for more, so. A pretty good board here. He doesn't have double red either, so like he can't play a Phoenix or a Glorybringer unless he draws one. Man Approach is pretty fun too. Can't complain about Man Approach ever. That was a good draw. That was actually an exceedingly good draw. He's got an Abrade, he's got an Abrade. Not worried about that. Just putting the pressures on. Alright, so he has an Abrade. Gets to block one of our servos. Still takes down to 9. We get to Danto EOT. Or we get to like block the Beaumont if we choose. Really depends on like what he does with his turn. We're at 10 for Pride, going to 11. Okay. Nothing I can do about that. He's going to attack with both. Can make him sacrifice the Beaumont, I guess. Yeah, I'm probably going to Danto end of turn, because if we use the Scrap Heap, he can always use the Scavenging Grounds in response. I'd rather guaranteed get a 1-1 than give him a chance to get a positive interaction off the grounds there. And if we draw a lot of cards, we just win this way. That's not one of those cards, though, is it? Could put him at 1. I don't really want to put him at 1. I'd rather just use a Danto in case he has a sweeper or something. You never know. Some of these decks play like Sweltering Suns and stuff. So I'd rather just have an Adanto activation. Like we can always chef it Dune some other turn. We have a massive life total. Alright, so we beat the 3 red decks and we lost to the 2 non-red decks. Is that what happened? We lost to tokens and we lost to something. Tokens and what? Maybe we lost to a red deck. I don't think we lost to a red deck. Yeah, we lost to a red deck, didn't we? No. Why do I not remember what we played? We definitely lost to black-white tokens. And we lost a round before that to what I considered a play error and a non-functional draw. Oh, we did lose to a red deck. What the hell did we play round 1 then? Did we play 4 red decks this league? Is that why the matches ran together? Yeah, we played 4 red-black aggro decks this league. I think. No, this was the mono black aggro. So we played 4 aggro decks. We beat the 3 red black aggro decks. We lost to the mono black aggro deck, and we lost to the black white tokens deck. I still think we're slightly favored versus the mono black aggro deck, but I mean, I punted game 1, and our draw, we mulliganed into a non-functional draw game 2. So let's go ahead and open our treasure chest for today. And we got a Lifecrafters Bestiary, and this flame break thing that I have no idea what is. About an hour and 17 minutes, JJ. Tonight. Definitely just a little over. Lifecrafters isn't worth anything on Moto. It's worth like 50 cents. I can't imagine the flame break being worth anything either. It's probably worth like a penny or something. But hey, we got our $12 back. That's what matters. I still like this deck. I think this deck's pretty good. I think this deck's obviously really bad versus the settle decks because you don't have much counterplay. I think it's one of the better aggro decks on the ground. I feel like this white-black vampire deck's actually pretty strong too. And I feel this is an outdated build of it, but I also feel like the green-white servo decks are, or the white-green servo decks are pretty good as well. Again, this is an outdated build of it, but I really, in a field that has had so many of these like red decks and drone catacomb decks, I truly feel like all of these flavors of white aggressive decks are very, very reasonable. Like, I think all of these white aggressive decks are very fun. Hey, thank you for the follow, Arnuciel. Yeah, I probably pronounced that absolutely miserably. But thank you very much for the follow. But anyway, that is going to do it for us tonight. I appreciate you guys stopping by. There's also a video of this deck that I just posted on YouTube like an hour ago or something. JJ's deck. I favorited that, didn't I? Yeah. So this is JJ's deck that he's talking about. Arnal. Alright, Arnal, thank you. He's got 4, 8, 9, 10 sources of off-colored mana to play his double mana spells in the graveyard, unless I'm overlooking something. Seems pretty narrow. I can see the negates. The settle seems greedy, JJ. These settles seem real greedy to me. By force? That's kind of a cool card. You can kill like all my servos. $25 lands, that's a bunch. Have no 1 mana removal? But anyway, this is the deck JJ's talking about that he wants. Okay, apparently everything just flew off my screen and I have no idea why. Let's try to find it all again. There we go. We found it all. Well, we found it all except for Twitch. Which I need Twitch to find somebody to host. Dinos and Hexproof are mean. Fair enough. I really like the Fleet Wheel Cruiser. I think you can just get some people with that card. Hey, Chris is reviewing his deck, and they're playing Modern, so Modern can suck it. It can suck it long, and it can suck it hard. So, I'm going to host Chris tonight. He's reviewing his Abzan Mastermind deck. Because your deck's glorious. Fair enough. But anyway, I'm going to get off here and get some dinner. We may play that deck someday, JJ. I'm not sure, but I'm super into these White Weenie decks at the moment. Like, I think these White Weenie decks are absolutely wonderful. Like, I'm just a big, big fan of them. I think they're a blast to play. And I think they're actually a lot stronger than they look. Like, people look at a card or a deck like this, and they, like, see all these, like, little weird 1 and 2 drops, and they're like, that deck can't be good. But, like, I actually think these decks are really good in the format as we stand. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to get off here, get some food, and finish up my eBay work. Take care, everybody, and thank you guys so much for stopping by. I have no idea whether Chris is playing tonight, but he's the only person I follow that was messing around with Standard, and Chris is a good folk, so he even got a featured match at Grand Prix Memphis, which was pretty sweet. I think he actually got paired versus this deck. But anyway, take care everybody, and thank you for stopping by as always.